first section's on skin, one finger's depth in between. You have a corner here. That corner is then elevated. Now you're going to do your long diagonals. Low elevation. Till you get behind the ear.
Start from the line, right?
Yeah, you start same place. That's why I asked you to walk around, because some of you have naturally pulled down more. My journey within Tony and Guy started out as wanting to be one of these teachers that traveled the world, and you work hard, you try and keep your head down, keep learning new techniques, absorbing as much as you can, and then you get a few breaks, and I got a chance to teach, then I got a chance to travel, and I was traveling with these guys I looked up to and these ladies I looked up to, amazing hairdressers. And you're getting words of wisdom on the flights, and I think that's kind of that planted the seed for me, really. It was like suddenly I saw the difference we made. It wasn't just the big cities I dreamed of going to. Yes, the New Yorks, the Milans, the Parises were great, but then we went to all the corners of the world and sharing our education, which is really our company's philosophy. It is about trying to include people in what we do. It's not this elitist approach to hairdressing. We're very much the everyman, and we just see talent. And that was kind of how the whole thing started, and that's what's kept me addicted to this point now, where for Tony and Guy I look after our brand globally. In the Southern Hemisphere I'm in charge of all our education. I'm now based in Tokyo, was living in Beijing for 5 years, now I live in Tokyo and do all my travelling out of there. So to be honest, the journey just keeps on getting more exciting. The bigger we get, there's more to do and more talent to work with. Being understanding, at the end of the day, doing hair is subservient. It's about not how you feel doing it, it's how you enjoy making other people feel. And it's whether you're doing a shoot for Vogue or whether you're doing a show in London Fashion Week, it's about empowering people when you do great hair. You know, it is, I don't relax till the model smiles. I don't relax till the client smiles. Everything's for them. And so I think, it sounds very corny, but to be other people centered, not self-centered, is going to be a really good way to start a great career in this industry. It's crucial. I suppose the way that Tony and Guy works, we have a very foundation core of our education, and it's very functional. It's what hair does if you do this. It's what hair does if you do that. But we're fairly inclusive with our travel around the world. Our first international franchise was in Japan over 30 years ago. So being a UK company, even though London is so multicultural, and your 9 o'clock client can be from India, your 10 o'clock client can be from Spain, and your 11 o'clock client can be from Finland. And so you're dealing with all these textures. When we first went into Japan, it was like, it wasn't just simply adapting or thinking, wow, our techniques need to have this flexibility. But it was the enjoyment of that culture seeping in and giving our company more colour. And I think it's a two-edged sword, that going around the world and opening these new branches has, it's been challenging and we've learnt a lot. But my God, what those young people have added to the flavour and what's made us look more interesting is unmeasurable. And that's, I think, we're still evolving, we're not finished yet. These flavours are being presented to us, whether through day-to-day in the salon or whether the pictures they submit for our books. It makes the company even more exciting. The main reason I came is that we're working on a body of teachers, and so teachers always need, if you like, more layers to the onion, more depth of knowledge than what is actually pertained in the book. And also, it's not just teaching technique, it's almost teaching coaching skills as well, where people find ways to motivate, how to critique constructively. These are not things we all inherently know. So that's been part of my journey this week with the team. And also, to be honest, put them under sort of a controlled pressure. We have pressure from clients in some way, but then of course being watched by your peers is a different pressure altogether. So putting them under that sort of duress, if you like, to see how they would respond, and then teaching them how to respond with that sort of pressure. When I used to do photo shoots or I do fashion shows, in theory they asked me to do hair I can't do. That's the way I looked at it. So they would bring out something different in me. If I was doing the same hair I always do, I'm not growing as a creative person. So I'd always try and see the difference all the time between what I'm doing now or what is possibly going to be relevant to tomorrow. So I find most entertaining, or the shapes I love doing, are the ones that are challenging me and pushing me to try new things. Hair is part of an overall beauty world, and designers over the years have got fabrics, colours, prints. I mean, you only have to go back 2 years to I think it was Christian Dior, and they had all this jewellery in their face, and it didn't take a genius to figure out where this inspiration came from. Do you know what I mean? So I think, you know, these wonderful flavours from Asia have always been creeping around, because that was part of the reason, you know, when I'm a bit of a fashion nerd, and when this was a British colony, all these British women living here, they saw your fabrics for the saris, and that influenced the weight of fabric worldwide. People would come here for the silks and cottons and things. Do you know what I mean? So it's always been a case, I think, of infiltrating into all creative people's thinking, for sure. I'm a bit of a nerd of hairdressing, so I love the journey of things. I love where they've come from. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. I've worked with some incredibly talented people and read some amazing stories, and have I invented anything? I'm really not sure, but if it looked good, I have to probably thank a lot of people who helped me on my way. Hi, I'm Bill Watson from Tony & Guy, and you're watching Provoke TV.